Most monuments sit quietly in the desert, collecting sand and tourists. The Great Pyramid of Giza? It hums. Not metaphorically, literally. When researchers put microphones inside, expecting silence, they found frequencies, from deep infrasound up to around 120 Hz, with a bold, unapologetic peak at 49.5 Hz, ringing in the King's Chamber. So today we ask the question Egyptologists wish you wouldn't. Was the Great Pyramid engineered to resonate? And if so, resonate with what? Picture this with me. You're standing in the King's Chamber. You exhale. The room is stone still. You say one word, and somehow the chamber replies. Not as a simple echo, but as a physical sensation in your ribs, in your skull, and somewhere deeper you can't quite name. And if you're anything like me, your first thought is, okay, what is going on in here? This isn't ancient mysticism, it's physics, and the data is solid. Researchers found that the King's Chamber resonates at a dominant 49.5 Hz, with supporting frequencies from about 30 to 130 Hz. The so-called Queen's Chamber spikes sharply at around 118 to 120 Hz, like it's waiting for a note only ancient priests knew how to hit. The Subterranean Chamber vibrates with infrasound around 15 Hz and 19.75 Hz, plus peaks at 30 to 32 Hz and about 52 Hz. And the infamous dead-end passage, with its 21:1 geometry, resonates at about 5.13 Hz, with harmonics at 16 Hz, 25 to 26 Hz, and 35 to 36 Hz. To anyone who understands acoustics, that pattern is unsettling. It's too clean, too intentional. Like someone built a giant musical instrument and then buried it in plain sight. And then there's the stone. The King's Chamber is made of rose granite, rich in quartz crystal. Quartz is piezoelectric, meaning when it vibrates, it generates electricity. So if you pump low-frequency sound into that chamber, the walls don't just shake, the crystal lattice charges. Meanwhile, in 2018, a team of physicists ran electromagnetic simulations and discovered that the pyramid concentrates EM energy inside the chambers and beneath the base at specific radio wavelengths. Their words, not mine. We decided to analyse the Great Pyramid as a resonant scattering particle. This is not an Ancient Aliens quote. This is a peer-reviewed physics paper.
We're told that the Great Pyramid was a tomb for the pharaoh.
So now, the world's most famous tomb starts to look suspiciously like a resonant instrument. Acoustic, electromagnetic, and maybe even neurological. And the real question becomes, why would anyone design something like that 4,500 years ago? Let's explore 4 truths, 4 myths, and the most balanced conclusion you'll hear anywhere on the internet. Was the Great Pyramid built to resonate? The sound frequency of the Great Pyramid. Truth number 1. The chambers are tuned like an instrument. These aren't random echoes. Every chamber behaves like a resonant cavity, each with its own fingerprint of precise frequencies. The dead-end passage's 5.13 Hz resonance is almost a perfect match to the predicted 5.3 Hz fundamental, based purely on its 21:1 geometry. That's not the stones just happened to do that. That's engineering. Truth number 2. Granite can convert vibration into electricity. Granite has quartz. Quartz is piezoelectric, meaning your lighter works because quartz sparks when you hit it. Now imagine a chamber the size of a Manhattan apartment built from 70-ton slabs of the stuff, all vibrating at around 49.5 Hz. Is it generating massive electricity? No. Is it generating some electrical activity? Absolutely. And ancient cultures loved amplifying resonance. This fits right into that worldview. Truth number 3. Pyramid frequencies overlap Earth's natural resonances. Earth's electromagnetic cavity produces the famous Schumann resonances. 7.83 Hz, 14 Hz, 20 Hz, 26 Hz, 33 Hz, and their harmonics. Inside the pyramid, we see frequencies at roughly 5 Hz, 15 to 20 Hz, 25 to 26 Hz, 30 to 32 Hz, and 35 to 36 Hz. Not a direct dial-in, but close enough to raise eyebrows in both camps. Scientists and people who own way too many crystals. Truth number 4. Electromagnetic modelling proves the pyramid concentrates energy. Modern simulations show that at certain wavelengths, the pyramid acts like a giant EM resonator, focusing energy into the king's chamber and other interior spaces. No coils, no wires, no copper, just geometry. Even if that wasn't the original intention, it's undeniably the pyramid's behaviour. And behaviour matters. Now let's talk about 4 myths. Myth number 1. The pyramid was definitely an energy generator. As fun as that theory is, we have zero evidence of ancient power transmission, wiring, or electrical devices plugged into the thing. This script is grounded in physics, not fantasy. But dismissing resonance entirely? That's equally lazy. The truth lives annoyingly in the middle. Myth number 2. Resonance studies are pseudoscience. No. The acoustic research uses standard audio analysis. The EM research is published in peer-reviewed journals. If this is pseudoscience, then so is ultrasound imaging and Wi-Fi modeling. Myth number 3. Ancient Egyptians were tuning to Schumann resonances. Did ancient architects sit around calculating 7.83 Hz on stone tablets? Probably not. But could they have noticed that this room feels different when we chant here? Absolutely. Intentional or emergent, the overlap is real and worth studying. Myth number 4. If it resonates, it couldn't have been a tomb. Why not both? Throughout history, sacred spaces had layered functions: ritual, cosmic alignment, political symbolism, and emotional experience. A resonant chamber could heighten ritual, support initiation rites, or symbolize rebirth, while still marking a burial. Human culture is messy like that. Let's zoom out and recap what we actually know. We know the chambers have clear, measurable acoustic peaks from about 5 up to about 130 Hz, with especially strong notes near 5, 15 to 20, 25 to 26, 30 to 32, 35 to 36, and 49.5 Hz. We know the stone, especially the granite, is piezoelectric. Vibration can produce electric potentials at the crystal level. We know electromagnetic models show that the pyramid's shape can concentrate radio frequency energy inside and below the structure at certain wavelengths. And we know Earth itself resonates in low frequency bands that partially overlap those found in the pyramid. What we don't know is the intention. We don't know exactly how the builders understood these effects, or how they used them, if they used them at all. That uncertainty isn't a bug. It's the most interesting feature. So, if you're curious, and not just collecting conspiracy theories, what do you do with all this? First, look at the data, not just the drama. Study the frequency plots, the geometry, the physics papers. Second, stay bilingual. Learn to read both the science and the symbolism. Ancient builders encoded meaning in proportion, sound, light, and orientation. Third, think of the pyramid not as a machine, but as an interface between humans, the earth, and the sky. As technology advances, we'll likely see better infrasound mapping, more precise EM surveys, and studies on human physiology inside these resonant fields. It's entirely possible that in a few decades, we'll talk about the Great Pyramid less as a static wonder of the world, and more as an early, mysterious blueprint for field-aware architecture. A building that doesn't just occupy space, but interacts with the energy environment around it. So, was the Great Pyramid built to resonate? Here's the most honest answer. It was built to do something extraordinary. Something that touches physics, consciousness, environment, and emotion. Something we can measure, but not yet fully explain. Maybe it wasn't designed to generate electricity. Maybe it wasn't designed for sonic rituals. Maybe, just maybe, it was designed to create a feeling, a shift in awareness, a moment where you realize you're standing inside a perfect harmonic structure built by people who understood something we've almost forgotten. Whatever its purpose, the Great Pyramid does not whisper. It resonates. And it invites us to listen. Thanks for tuning in to The Conscious Vibe. If this resonated, like, share, or send it to someone you know. And don't forget to subscribe for deeper drops, sharper insights, and future-shaping ideas. Stay curious. We're all flying through space together. The future belongs to the conscious. See you in the next one. The Conscious Vibe, where science meets the sacred.